Welcome everybody. My name is Michael or Kubera. Today I got politely saying kicked out of the house for a few hours. Now everything's all good. Just had to be out of the house for a few hours while my girlfriend's doing some nails for a friend of hers. Listen, the economy is not in a good position. So I was reading through some statistics recently. Let me turn off the fans because I'm currently cooling my butt. It is so hot in here. But I just thought I'd just cruise around and I'd watch videos on XRP because I've got 3-4 hours to kill. And then I realized, hey, maybe let's do a live stream in the car. So we'll see how it goes. It's probably going to be a shorter one. So once there's going to be a fair amount of comments on mobile, it's a little bit more difficult to see that. But don't worry, we will be doing another live stream later today from the computer. That should be all good. We will be getting a tour of this new co-working space pretty soon, and that will enable daily live streams as long as the co-working space is fine and there's not too many people, which I don't think there should be that many people at 10-11 p.m. at night. The reason I want to do it that late is because it's going to be good for most of my audience, which is from America. So if everybody's watching it right as you're getting out of work or school, I mean, school's still not in session, but it's starting later this month. Dang, I forgot about that. Like, it's been a few years now. So wish you all the best. I mean, if you're going back to school, because I'm not sure how that situation is with the pandemic and everything, but XRP is up 60% since the past few days. It actually did better than Bitcoin over the past 24 hours, and Ethereum also had a nice little run. So currently, the entire market cap valuation of all the cryptocurrencies are approaching a level that we haven't seen since 2017. So once we pass, currently we're approaching 340 billion. And once we pass around 360 billion, that will be new territory. It's going to be the second time ever we're approaching 400 billion. And then from 400, well, hopefully it's a nice way up to the top. Last time we were so close to that $1 trillion mark. Now, in the grand scheme of things, it's not that much. It's still a long way to go, and especially with what's happened over the past few years, we had a lot of companies that have surpassed the $1 trillion marks. You got Apple and Amazon and Microsoft, and yeah, so anyways, it is still a good point where we're at. Bitcoin is doing fairly well with dominance in the 60s, and it's around $220 billion or something like that. So that's a fair amount of coin going through. People are getting excited. But before we discuss Ripple, I just saw a comment on one of these XRP guys' videos. Welcome, by the way, if you're in America. I know it's kind of the morning, noon time, depending where you are. Maybe very early morning if you're watching from Hawaii. So good morning to you. It's Sunday. And yeah, I got up early this morning too. I got up at like 7, 8. Couldn't really sleep. Got a cup of Joe and then got to it. So yeah, I saw a comment that was not too good, and this is what I'm always scared about. Hopefully the phone doesn't overheat, because for some reason it's been 3 minutes live stream and the phone's like it's like sizzling. So I saw a comment on this XRP video that a individual invested, I think it was $2,000, and it went up a little bit, obviously with what happened recently, but I guess he was investing towards the very top, so it must have been past 30 cents already. And there was a small dip. It wasn't anything huge. Good morning from South Carolina, USA. What time is it over there? So currently here it is approaching 14, so 2 p.m. And I'm so used to it, so when I go back to the States, I'm gonna have to switch, because nobody says like 6 p.m. over here. I mean, people understand you, but you know, you gotta get used to the time zones. Anyways, want to make it good for my American viewers out there. I know on Sunday the work, most likely most people aren't working, so I thought we'd do 2 streams today. Daily live streams will be all good. But I hope that none of my viewers make the same mistake that this individual did. And I know there's going to be new viewers coming to the channel, and I'm going to have to make more videos about this. 2 examples, this comment. And recently I got in touch with an old friend, and this was an old friend that I met through a concert, so she's not too familiar with finances. And I thought, well, you know, a lot of time has passed since we last spoke, so maybe her financial situation got better, and it did. So that's a good thing. But unfortunately, a lot of people don't know the basics of managing their finances, and a lot of people don't know how to invest, and they're super excited about cryptocurrencies. But honestly, cryptocurrencies aren't for the beginner investors. Right now, there is a lot of luck. You know, maybe you strike it rich with something, you throw a few $1,000s in, it maybe doubles, maybe triples. Now there's a lot of hot DeFi projects, but a lot of people don't know what they're doing. And with the stock market right now, it's also a little bit weird investing because things aren't going the way they should be. So there's trillions of dollars being injected by the government. So that's a little bit of a weird situation we're in. But the first and foremost thing that you should do is make sure you have an emergency fund, especially right now with the pandemic rising. I looked at the numbers recently. Holy moly, we're approaching 20 million cases. Like last time I checked, there was 6 million, and 4 million of those cases are in the States. And now New York City's not the worst place. It's like Texas and California and Florida. So Florida finally caught up to them. And it struck me that a lot of people in America, I was looking at these statistics and they're constantly updating, and it's getting worse and worse. Where I saw a maximum, one article was reporting that it was around 55 million Americans at the peak were unemployed. And a lot of Americans are losing that unemployment this week. And that's around $600. And some didn't even get the $600 yet. Some didn't get stimulus checks. They got lost in the mail. Some got stolen. Some didn't even get unemployment because there were certain limits depending on the states. And it's just this whole mumbo jumbo going on, chaos. Not everybody got their unemployment. Some people are going bankrupt. Some people lost their jobs and they're unable to get a job. And it's looking like they're not going to be able to get one for the next 6 months. Not a good situation. A lot of people have credit cards and the debt is mounting, and banks are like, well, we don't want to, hand out more debt to people who can't pay it. I think it was like 6% of Americans said, how are they going to pay the bills for the next month? Well, with credit cards. So that's not a good number. 6% of Americans are like, no job, no money, nothing. So the only way I can pay for all my bills is a credit card. So banks see that number, they're like, whoa, 6% of our clients. No way, Jose, because some of these guys aren't going to pay. So that's just money lost. Obviously, it's insured and the banks aren't actually going to lose money, but in the long run, it's bad for business. And they want to make sure that they're avoiding that. So a lot of Americans aren't going to get their credit. And then that's where things go really bad. They're trying to get a higher credit rating. They're trying to get, whatever they need to get their bills paid. If they still have rent due, some landlords are being really nice and they're letting, people not pay for the next 3 months. Or if they got stimulus checks. What the heck? Is someone honking at me? I'm in the middle of a parking lot. Someone's honking, but it's not at me. So anyways, it's a really, really weird situation. I read that there's still around 20-30 million unemployed Americans. That's a huge number. That is larger than many nations in Europe and Africa. And it's just insane. That is a huge, huge number of people. And all these people aren't able to go to the stores. They're not able to go to malls. They're not able to spend. And the economy is going to be really, really hurt by this. So the number one thing is you need an emergency fund. And a lot of people are like, yeah, let's invest in crypto. And this comment said, well, I invested $2,000. I made a little bit on paper, and then Ripple, there was that dip. It wasn't anything big. I mean, guys, if you were in 2017, what's happening right now? I mean, it's normal. It's part of the growth process. A lot of people were like, whoa, why is it going down? Well, whales are selling, people are selling who just wanted a little bit of profit. They're not going to be that silly and that greedy. I know if I was investing right now, there's no way I'd be like most of the comments on these Ripple videos where they're like, yeah, I'm not selling till Ripple's like $30. No, sell after 10%, 20%. And then if there's enough substantiating evidence that yes, there's companies that are going to continue working with Ripple, there's better legislation, whatever's going on, unless you just have money to burn and you're able to keep it in there and like whatever, you won't really care. If you only have a few $1,000s in savings and you only have a few $1,000s to invest, you should not be investing that full 100% of that investing money into a particular cryptocurrency unless it's, I guess, Bitcoin, because Bitcoin would be the most stable of the bunch. But a lot of people want rapid growth and want these crazy numbers. I keep seeing these videos again where it's like Ripple's going to $2,000, Bitcoin's going to $1 million. Like, whoa, hold on. Like, I get it. I'm not against cryptocurrency. Whoa, okay, so this is the first donation I got through mobile, so it looks a little bit weird. Let's see who gave it to me. Unfortunately, the messages disappear. So thank you to whoever gave the $10. Apologies. Let's pause the video. And for some reason, I can't find it. So unfortunately, I see that at the top, we got a donation, but I don't see it in my comments. So whoever gave it, if you're able to let me know, thank you. I can't find your name. This is so silly. Oh well, excuse that. We will be live streaming from the desktop later. Not from the desktop, the laptop. So guys, emergency fund is super important. This varies where you live. For example, in Poland, I only need $1,000 as an emergency fund. And that's for a few reasons. Well, healthcare is free essentially. So that is a huge upfront cost to many Americans out there. Says Hutchins donated. Well, thank you, man. Fisher Hutchins. Thank you, Toronto Crypto, for letting me know. And thank you, Mr. Fisher Hutchins. It was me. I just said I finally made it to a live stream, and cheers from Oklahoma. That's awesome. Yeah, Oklahoma, Tornado Valley did. That is the same time zone as Chicago, so welcome. That is also kind of early morning over there, so cheers. Yeah, I remember your comments, your comments from yesterday's video. So I think it's going to be super important in order for this channel to grow back to a good level, to, you know, maybe positive subscribers every single day, because we're very, very close. Thanks to the new 300 subscribers that came from Avi. What was going on with Cabrera, we were losing a bunch of subscribers every single day. And a few, you know, we would gain like 5 subscribers, but we'd lose 8 or 9 subscribers. So a net loss of 4 subscribers per day. But now it is very, very close. We've had some very positive days. So I'm excited. This is going to be good. And I know I have to respond to a lot of comments. Been working on thumbnails, daily live streams, daily uploads. This channel is going to be good. We got a lot of hype, but guys, you can't get overhyped with everything that's going on right now. I should have listened to myself in my own videos and my own live streams back in 2017, but I got too greedy. No matter what happens, listen, if everything does continue to go up, there's always more opportunities to make money. And I think it's better to make $10,000 safely than $100,000 and you're ripping out your hair and you're super, super stressed because all it takes is one bad decision. You didn't sleep, you're super stressed out. Yeah, so what if you made $100,000 and your buddy made 10 grand, but you're sleep deprived, you make one bad move, and then boom, you lost everything, and maybe you go into debt. So I know personally how fast it took for me to lose like, you know, $60,000, $70,000. It took less than a week. And even though I made it very, very quickly, within a few weeks, within a few months, it went even quicker. So you have to just be smart about things. And that's why if I would get back into investing, it would be very small amounts. I'm going to set limits for myself. You have to be smart about this. And the emergency fund enables you to not care, because that's what's happening right now. This individual was panicking in the comment section. He's asking people from YouTube on a YouTube video, should I sell my Ripple right now? Because I lost like a few $100s from this micro dip. I'm new to buying crypto. It's like, whoa, hold on. You're new to buying crypto, but you invested $2,000. Like, what's going on? If you're new to buying crypto, before you start spending a few $1,000s, unless, you know, you have a few $100,000 and that's just like, oh, whatever, it's like $20 to the average Joe, you should start off with maybe a few $100s in Ripple, a few $100s in Bitcoin, a few $100s in Ethereum. You play around with it, you see what's going on. Mainly it's playing with your emotions, right? You just want to see how you will react whenever there is a dip or whenever something's going up. Will you immediately be at the computer checking CoinMarketCap or the exchange that you're working with, and it's like refresh, oh my God, should I sell it? Should I buy more? Should I do this? If you're like that, you gotta really, really chill out. Maybe do some meditation, yoga, read some Marcus Aurelius stuff. Like, seriously, guys, a lot of people are freaking out right now. And yeah, there's a lot of opportunities to make money, but you have to chill. If Bitcoin and all the cryptocurrencies are stabilizing, and if this is a long-term process where America's in a recession. Obviously, it's not a good time right now. I'm not sure if we're going to recover very quickly, or if it's going to, you know, maybe what happens is the government pumps more trillions of dollars in, and it's going to delay everything till next year. Who knows? That could happen. At the rate where we've been patching up a lot of holes in this leaking, you know, boat, and the boat's sinking, but it's like, oh no, everything's fine. Like, don't worry, the whole room's on fire, but we're all good. Stock market is fine. The Dow Jones is at 27,000. Yes, we're doing great. 50 million unemployed. Don't worry, guys, don't worry. So maybe it's going to be delayed. But if it's not delayed and pretty soon, you know, everything's going to be falling apart and people are like, you know, freaking out, then you will be in such a better position when you are investing in crypto delicately. You have an emergency fund. So in America, $5,000, maybe if you're making more money, invest more into that emergency fund, because you don't know if you have a car and you live in the middle of Texas and a hospital is very far away and suddenly you break your leg and the car breaks down. It's like two crises in one and you don't have any money. It's like you're completely screwed, right? So always have a few $1,000s, because you never know what's going to happen. In Poland, don't really have to care about healthcare, but I do have to care maybe about my computer breaking down, right? That would be an emergency, because I am doing all my work now from the computer. It's an old computer, or my phone would break down or something like that. So that's one of the more expensive options, or any crisis if I have to travel or whatever. So once you have that in the back of your head, you always know, okay, don't worry, I got it. We do not have to panic sell whatever I just invested into crypto. And then when you have a few thousand more dollars, it's not like you're investing all of that into one thing, whether that is gold, where I don't think gold should be an investment. It's just something that you put your money in, you store it in. And although it did go up recently, you shouldn't be expecting to double, triple your money. Yeah, maybe if you hold it in for like 80 years, obviously there's going to be a little bit more opportunity within crypto. But a lot of people aren't educating themselves. They're just watching YouTube videos, which is great. I think it's great because you're able to very quickly learn what's going on. And in crypto, this moves so much faster than other markets, because first of all, it's 24/7, right? So while stock markets can shut down, and we had this actually where even from the normal hours where the stock market should be operating, the government actually enforced, hey, 15-minute timeout, guys, just 15 minutes, relax. The stock market's closed for 15 minutes. Let the stockbrokers think. And that happened multiple times this year. So that doesn't happen in crypto. It's not like, whoa, Bitcoin. Like, hold up. Let's see what's going on. So it's always 24/7. And that's why if you're going to sleep, if you have a lot of, stress, you might wake up later that night and you're like, oh no, I got a panic sell or panic buy or whatever. So FOMO might hit you. But anyways, exciting times. So with that out of the way, also don't be getting into any stupid credit cards or stupid loans right now. That yes, there's some opportunities, but this is mainly for the rich. So the rich already know how to manage their finances, and right now Trump might be looking at negative interest rates. So earlier we were looking at very close to 0% interest for homes, which was absolutely insane. But earlier we also had negative prices for oil for a little bit. So that was kind of fun. So if you know how to take advantage of these situations, for the rich, it's great. I saw people buying houses and like that house is an investment. So they're going to be renting it out through Airbnb. Airbnb was affected, but they're thinking about the long-term run. So, okay, that's cool. That's interesting. But most people, they're not in a position to take advantage of this, and they should be looking, okay, they shouldn't be panicking, they shouldn't be freaking out, but they should be preparing. All right, here's what I got to do over the next 6 months. First of all, if you've got no job, if you're living with your parents, great. It's like, whatever, you're probably fine. But if you've got no job, this might be that time to start thinking about other opportunities besides jobs, because some people unfortunately aren't going to be able to get a job. So maybe freelancing, maybe helping around your family if your family runs a business, or any friends, starting a new project online. Like right now is a great time. So many people are stuck at home. It's the summertime. Maybe you got some money to invest in. Maybe if you're interested in crypto, it's the perfect time to start investing in knowledge. And let's think optimistically. So as long as you're prepared, you're not freaking out, you're not too, like emotional, going crazy all over the place, it is a great time. I think it's actually a little bit more stable than 2017. 2017 just like blasted like a rocket. So obviously there's still some crazy projects. There's still some scams. Jesus, I'm still looking at Trevon James's channel. But by the way, someone called me someone called me a scammer because I was promoting HYPs in the comment section today. I wasn't promoting HYPs. I was discussing about HYPs. So I discussed how BitConnect, Control Finance, what was it, Regal Coin, Laser Online, yeah, my favorite, Laser Online, how these were scams. And the only promotion I ever did was I did, yes, for a time I did, and I stopped later on. I did have affiliate links, but I also invested my own money. So I also, like when Control Finance shut down immediately when I invested, because I invested in BitConnect, Control Finance, and Laser Online, kind of to prove a point. Because back then there was a lot of people on my videos that I think the first video that I made calling these HYPs and these Ponzi schemes a scam out. A lot of these people were like, whoa, this is not a scam. Like, we're making money. They're paying out. So I kind of did it to prove a point. Like, guys, all right, we can make money through it. Like, yes, but it's still a scam. And then, you know, I got my money out, most of it, like Control Finance, that went down. I got most of my money out of Laser Online. I did lose like $500, but in total, there was a profit off of that. But before Laser Online fell down, like a month before, I was telling people, like, you got to get out. So a lot of people got out. Some people made money. That was good. Obviously, just like with anything, you know, I lost a little bit here. Some people lost a little bit. Unfortunately, there was other people who didn't see my videos, and they later were like, whoa, I got scammed for 10K on Laser Online. So it was a big lesson to them. So at any point in time, I wasn't promoting like, yeah, you should totally invest in like Bitcoin. Like, yeah, it's going to change your life. So anyways, that was a fun comment. Maybe it was a troll, but oh boy, I'm excited to find like the next HYPs. What's going on? The next big one. So that would be a fun video series, just for the fun of it, just trying to expose it. But anyways, yo, yeah, Kuber 8 Avi, afternoon from the Bailurix, 1355. Okay, so I'm not sure what that area is, but I'm guessing from the time zone that you're, wait, hold up. You're in the same time zone as me, the Bailurix. So I was about to say, like, that sounds like the UK, but I don't know, Netherlands. I keep mistaking which jack it is, because I have so many jacks that are subscribers. One's from Sweden, one's from, yeah, I don't know. I'm just gonna guess the Netherlands. Oh my Jesus, my phone is so hot right now. So it was me at, let's see. Hey Mike, where is the best place to invest 5K? Will, welcome, Will. Hiya, thoughts on Apollo. By the way, we also don't, I will get to that comment, by the way. Just give me 1 second. So one comment from yesterday was discussing about Uphold. I can't remember whether that was on the live stream or that was on a crypto video. So we will look into that. But my quick opinion on Uphold is right now, so it's essentially like crypto gold, and gold's being digitalized. And it is in relation to Ripple, I guess. So that's pretty exciting. It's pretty new. And it is trying to introduce the digital gold standards. So there used to be the gold standard, then that kind of went away, and now, you know, the economy's falling apart, people are losing their jobs, so it's kind of getting reintroduced, and it's backed by a government system. So pretty interesting. Whoever asked about that, thanks for your comment. Anyways, we might do a video on that later on. So what is the Apollo? I haven't heard about that, so I'll have to look into it. Where is the best place to invest 5K? So let's say you already have 5K in your emergency fund, and you have a few $1,000s, and hopefully you have a job and you're saving up a certain amount. I'm not sure what a good amount would be, but just my best guess, anywhere from 5 to 25%. Obviously, the more money you're making, the more you're able to, you know, slide it over closer to 25% of your monthly average, and then also pay your taxes. I'm, you know, maybe earlier on in this channel, I was like, oh, screw taxes, but guys, I guess it's inevitable. Eventually, we'll have to pay our crypto taxes. The IRS is cracking now. Now, obviously, let's be real. It's not going to happen for most of us this year, or not even next year, maybe not even in the next 5 years. But eventually, it's going to be a disaster when they find out, whoa, some of you guys have over $1 million in transactions, and it's unreported. So yeah, just keep that in mind, and it's getting easier to file your crypto taxes. But after taxes are paid, and after you're all good and got, you know, $5,000 to invest, honestly, I am also going to be researching that. Now, I don't have $5,000, but the $1,000 or the $2,000 that I'll leave in cryptocurrency, to me, right now in Poland is like 5,000 to you guys. So I do not want to lose any of that. I want to keep it. Hopefully, you know, maybe make 5, 10, 20% gains. I'm not looking for, you know, double my money. I'm not trying to be greedy over here. But what I will do personally, leave it in Bitcoin right now, because it is Bitcoin. Leave it in Bitcoin. And then I might start diversifying a little bit. So at least 50% of it is going to be in Bitcoin, because if anything, it's the most stable of the bunch right now. With Ethereum 2.0 coming up, I guess I'd have a little bit in Ethereum, maybe 10%, maybe 10% in Ripple. And then I'd leave 10 to 20% just for projects that are either in the top 25 coins or DeFi projects. So there is a few DeFi projects in the top 25. I'm not sure about Chainlink, still have to research Chainlink, but I am interested personally in DeFi. I just have to find out what makes it tick and how to avoid losing money in DeFi, because it is a better, more sophisticated version, I guess, of ICOs. I keep comparing it to ICOs because I was thinking, like, what's the next best way to fundraise money? And I guess this came out and there was, privacy coins and stable coins and this stuff. But I don't know. I honestly am not sure, and I'm not going to give that advice, but I will try to report what happens with my own money. And if I lose money, I will also have to report on that. Hopefully we don't do any silly, dumb mistakes anymore where, $100 is locked out here or something's going on with Coinbase or whatever. So screw that. None of those mistakes. We are also getting a cold storage wallet again because I sold my last one, which, by the way, Ledger got hacked. But buddy, before you invest that $5,000, just relax, see where it's going on with it, where we're going to be within the next month. Diversify a little bit. Maybe if you have more money, also go into the stock market. I know this sounds crazy, but if I had like $10,000, I'd have a little bit in crypto and a little bit in stocks, just because stocks are going a little bit crazy. But that would be if I had extra money just to burn, just to see what's going on. You'd have to watch out for the pumps. So I wouldn't be investing into the electrical car companies. I just think that like Nikola, like what the heck's going on with that? But could be completely wrong. I don't know, maybe it's going to pump up and the guy's already a billionaire technically on paper, the CEO behind Nikola. But to me, it's just crazy. Like, wow, there's Tesla and there's Nikola. Anyways, with cryptocurrencies, maybe DeFi is the future, who knows? It's pretty exciting. Obviously, Mr. Antonopoulos is pretty excited about DeFi. Oh, by the way, guys, if you're not following Mr. Antonopoulos on YouTube, so his videos aren't that entertaining. It's more educational. And that's what's really important about crypto. So it's not just about entertainment and screaming like, yeah, Ripple's going to go up $2,000. It's mainly trying to figure out how these things work. So that's what I'm trying to find out. I signed up for a course. It's completely free, I guess. So we'll be starting out later on when I get home. Got some books. So there's awesome books to read. If you can't read, there's not that you can't read physically, but you're just not able to. You don't have that much time. Audiobooks work really, really well, or YouTube videos or live streams like this. Honestly, if I was driving somewhere, what I sometimes like to put on is like the Joe Rogan podcast if I'm interested just about like what's going on in the world. Or if it's crypto, like right now, I'm in the middle of a parking lot. I will put on, after this live stream, more Ripple videos because I just want to see exactly what's going on with Ripple, but also other people's opinions. Because I understand that at the end of the day, it is a huge marketing force. So for example, with Ripple, I've not seen a community team up together so hard on any other major cryptocurrency like Ripple. All of these YouTubers that are posting about Ripple just have their videos exploded. I'm not talking about like Kubera. I'm excited with Kubera that, yeah, we used to have like 200, 300 video views on average, so it went down, and now it's boosted up. Yay! It's like 300, 400. So that's, I'm happy with that. But some of these guys have like 8,000 subscribers, 10,000 subscribers, and their videos are getting like 5,000 or 10,000, so even more than they have subscribers. And it's not just like one viral video, it's like every video. So I'm like, that's interesting. So I started looking in. That's great. Ripple has a forum. That's great that there's subreddits. That's great that there's a lot of these people posting. What you also have to watch out is that, unfortunately, there is a lot of spam, right? So there's a lot of spam in the crypto sphere. Happens with Ripple, happens with Ethereum, happens with all of the coins, essentially. And if you're trying to research a project, you have to watch out for the spam. These guys are always going to spam that, yes, the price is going up no matter what. Like, the price could be going down. It could be a SHIT coin, and, it's just dumping, and people will still be spamming. Also, by the way, I was watching a Ripple. Oh, Jesus. I literally cannot hold my phone anymore. It is so hot. Let's figure this out. Let me try and do that. All right, okay. Hopefully the phone doesn't overheat, so I guess we'll do 10 more minutes of this live stream, because after that, I was literally recording videos and the phone just shut off. It was like, sorry, your camera is too hot. Now, the Bitcoin might rise when the US stock market opens. Oh, you know what? I just thought about it. Like, let me try and grab the plastic, because probably the audio is going to be really, really, really bad. So let's read your comments. Sweet, do you generally think Bitcoin will continue to rise? Lots of conflicting feelings online. I watched the drop last night and it sucked. Honestly, Will, I wasn't that affected by it. And technically, I own Bitcoin now. I wasn't that affected by it because hold on. I wasn't that affected by it because I'm employing what one of my buddies is doing. So one of my buddies has actually more money in crypto than I do. And he's being very stoic about the whole situation. He didn't invest this year. He invested in 2018. Now, he's already invested in crypto back in 2017. His brothers invested back in 2017, 2016. He also had crypto back in 2014. So it's not like his first rodeo. He already seen, Bitcoin pumping up to extreme levels. He's made money. He's lost money. But he's being very stoic about the situation right now. He's not even checking at all. He doesn't care because his job is not related to crypto. He's making good money, and he just invested a few $1,000s, which to him, it's like, oh, okay, that's fine. He's making more money. So I'm not going to go into the full details of what he's invested in, but I just like his approach to the situation. Now, I think, if you are interested in crypto, you should check the prices, maybe not on a daily basis. Like if you're not working in crypto, you're just interested in it, and you have interest because you put a few $1,000s in it, maybe check it once every 48 hours, once every week, so you're not too stressed out. Because if you're checking it constantly, in your mind, you're like, okay, it just went up. Should I sell? Should I buy more? You're reading what other people are discussing online. You're seeing these video titles, which a lot of these video titles, honestly, crypto's turning kind of into the video gaming niche. So I'm looking at these thumbnails, these titles, like people are like, whoa, like the same stuff that you see in Call of Duty. Like people are freaking out. It's like, whoa, Ripple's going up, $2,000. Like, hold on. So honestly, I'm not being affected by these prices, and I'm not trying to check it out that much. So whenever I'm making a video right before, that's when I will check the prices, because I want to have it for the video. So I guess now with daily uploads, that's going to be a fair amount. But outside of that, I'm not going to be, checking in the middle of the night or checking on the toilet or whatever, like, every single second. And when I would diversify my portfolio later on, maybe a little bit of Ripple, a little bit of Ethereum, maybe a little bit of DeFi. At the very beginning, I'll probably be checking DeFi prices a lot, just because I'm curious about the whole thing. So that's okay. A little bit of curiosity. I could be completely wrong. I mean, it works different for everybody. Everybody's different emotionally. But speaking, by the way, is that closed? I'm going to go to Burger King after this, get myself an Oreo shake. I know, not the best thing. My belly's kind of boomed, just as everything else. But I honestly think, with what's been going on recently, with these large corporations that have been interested, with the fact that blockchain will be featured at the Olympics this year, with the fact that there's more regulation. So more regulation, a lot of crypto guys are like, oh no, that's really bad. But that's actually good, because governments are getting interested in it. We don't want governments to just outright ban crypto like some have, because that's not good. A lot of people in those countries are, they're just going to give up on the idea of crypto, and we don't want that. We want the average person to be interested in crypto, maybe invest a little bit, not trying to get rich, but just trying to use it. So recently, I've been doing something with Bitcoin that I used to think was crazy. So I did used to use a lot of Bitcoin for crypto to crypto transactions. So peer-to-peer transactions, anything that, like, I wanted to buy a thumbnail, I wanted to buy some video editing, I wanted to pay an employee, I wanted to, buy a ticket or whatever, I would send crypto to another individual. But to actually pay for like a taxi or pizza or whatever, that was extremely rare. I would do it just for, just for fun, maybe a video back in 2017. Now, the last, I don't know, I ordered within the past few months like 5 or 6 times using Bitcoin Pizza. So I don't want to order too much pizza, because, then it starts getting expensive, because I'd rather just make the pizza at home, right? But still, I'm trying to use more of my crypto recently. So we want to get the average person who maybe invests a little bit, but they're using this crypto, because then it starts growing everything. So you get, 1 million of those average Joes added this year. Hey, the price will rise. I think eventually, with this stability, with the fact that everybody's kind of getting more interested in it, yeah, it's obvious that it will rise. Whether it will rise to $15,000, $20,000, $50,000, I don't care. I think that's a good start anyways. And we have to look at the really long-term scale. So not what's going to happen over the next month, but what's going to happen over the next 5 years, or maybe even this decade. So I'm not sure if crypto is going to replace the US dollar, but a lot of people are interested in the idea of a digitalized version of the dollar, a digitalized replacement. So it's just seeming obvious, like AI and robots, and yeah, it's part of the future. Woo, crypto, blockchain technology, but it just works better. I guess data's stored better. It's more secure. Maybe it's not fully anonymous. Depends on what type of cryptocurrency we're discussing about. But whatever's the next step, it will implement technology that crypto is already using. Maybe a better version of it, a more evolved version. So ultimately, yeah, I think Bitcoin will go up. Will it continue to rise up? Of course, it's always going to have its ups and downs, right? But whatever I have right now, I mean, I have no reason to spend that $1,000 that I will be investing. I will have an emergency fund. We'll try to make some more money. I have a car, so I bought a very, very cheap car because I don't want to pay, I don't want to pay super expensive insurance or anything. The gas in this costs so little, and gas prices fall down right now, so it's perfect. And apart from that, like that is the major expense. That and food. Food is actually a bigger expense than the car. Food, so that's the main expense. So everything else, I will try and save, and when I have more money, then I'll maybe try and get investing. But right now, I'm just going to be holding. So I won't even count that as investing. It's just holding. And also, I have a reason to hold crypto. It's safer. So I have a lot of debts, both in Poland and in America. So if I keep my money in the bank, at any time, a debt collector could take it. From crypto, they don't know whose crypto that is. They don't know where I'm storing my money. They don't even know that I have crypto unless they watch the video. But if someone watches this video, they still wouldn't have access to, like, a debt collector wouldn't be able to go, aha, yes, I gotcha. So unless I do something stupid like at the airport, TSA or whatever. Anyways, not going to do that. So there's a couple reasons why I'm going to keep my money in Bitcoin, and then later on diversify a little bit. Not trying to do crazy moves here. It is still a little risky for the average person to like crypto. Ooh. And yeah, it's just something I'm a little bit more familiar with than other things, I guess. So my break is up. I'll rewatch the stream after work. No worries, Fisher. Well, I wish you all the best. Thank you for joining in. Don't worry, we will have further on live streams. Some of these live streams I want to do like Avi style, where it's really chill. Also, I will be a live stream on Avi on Twitch, so that will be a little bit more out there, I guess, just because I really like chatting with you guys. So like I said, today, I got a couple hours free, and I thought, why not? It's kind of fun. So don't really have friends, just have my YouTube subscribers. That's okay, I guess. I'm fine with that. Like seriously, I have no friends in this new town that I live in. I don't want to make any friends. I want to make money. So that's the only thing. And it's not like I'm trying to be greedy. I'm just trying to secure my, the next few years of my life, try and make a better life for myself, as I think most of us are, right? So we just have to watch out. Most of the people around us, unfortunately, are going to become poor after the economy collapses, and it's not good. We already see so many suffering. We don't want to suffer. Some people say that money isn't going to make you happy, but yeah, having no money is going to make you seriously miserable. I have been both at times. I thought I was wealthy, so at the time I guess I was wealthy. I've also been extremely poor, where compared to American standards, like in Poland, I've definitely lived better, at a better quality than most people, because some people wouldn't be able to afford food or whatever. And at any time I was just able to take out, small personal loans and be able to get like food or whatever. And that was fine. And there was times where I was living way above the standard, especially for my age. But in America, it was like complete poverty. So when you translate it to dollars, it's like Jesus, right? And being poor absolutely sucks. When they're close to shutting off your phone bill. No. Gotta build your financial wealth. And I guess tinnitus, the one plus of tinnitus, I'm not going out to clubs, I'm not partying. I don't want to do that. Like, I'm in a club, and even before tinnitus, I was never really interested in that. I don't really care about that. So, not saying that if you're going out clubbing, be careful with your ears. It's a really bad thing. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying, relax. You got a good summer here. Maybe there's a bunch of opportunity in there. I'm not sure. I want to learn about crypto even further. I want to become an expert in at least one branch of crypto. So hopefully I'm able to secure a position for myself and make really good money. And I wish all the best to you guys. So let's read the rest of the comments and then we will be wrapping out. The phone is so hot. Sorry that sorry if I'm loud. I'm not sure how the audio is. I'm gonna rewatch this later. So well, invest in 4 or 5 separate entities. Don't put all your eggs in one basket, in my honest opinion, says Jack. And that is good advice. Honestly, I've seen both work. So this also goes for jobs, where you want to diversify and you don't want to keep everything in the same, all your eggs in the same basket. But you also don't want to diversify too much, right? It can go bad both ways. I think with $5,000, it is a little bit safer to diversify, but you shouldn't diversify past 5 or 10 various forms, right? So once you start getting like 20, 25 altcoins, it's really, really hard to keep track of all that. And especially if one's a scam project or something's going up, or if the dev team hasn't updated in a month, it's really difficult to keep track of all the telegrams, all the Reddit, all the posts on YouTube, because there's a lot of news happening all at once with all of these projects. So suddenly, instead of devoting that 1 or 2 hours you might have every single day, you got to devote 10 hours, which you don't have, and there's no way you'll be able to keep track of that. So it's better just to, have a few projects. But the other option is, I also was thinking like, dang, if you're not making that much money, a lot of people make the mistake that they're diversifying with their job. They're trying to do too many things. So they're doing like affiliate marketing and drop shipping, their job, their freelancing, their side gig, like 5 things all at once. I think you should be focused on one really, really good thing and then move on to that second thing. And slowly, as you have time, as everything's organized, move into a third thing, make sure everything is okay. If you have any mistakes, fix those mistakes. So you could go both ways. Anyways, oh boy, why aren't the comments showing? Whoa, we got a lot of comments. So let's see. Hope you're good, brother. Balearix is in Spain, but I'm usually in the UK. Gotcha. Well, you got some probably good weather in Spain right now. No point in diversifying 5K, says skirt. Yeah, I mean, you could also keep all of it in Bitcoin, but it really just depends what you're into, because some people are Bitcoin maximalists. Some people would say, oh, screw Bitcoin, just put all of it in Ripple, put all of it in Ethereum. I know that this live stream was mainly supposed to be about Ripple, but I guess we just chatted about crypto, so maybe I'll change the title later. Guys, Ripple went up 60% over the past few days, 80%. I guess it was like 18 cents a month ago, and now it was 32.5. Now it's like 29.5. There we go. Yeah, got Ripple into the title. So anyways, Ripple will be an interesting topic choice, where I think I might post a video on Ripple, depending on how many updates there are, a video on Ripple at least per week, maybe even daily, maybe once every 2 days. We're going to see about that. Definitely want to chat about Ethereum a lot pretty soon, because of Ethereum 2.0 and what's going on with that, and Bitcoin, of course. But we don't want to turn into too much of a Bitcoin news source, because there's so many better channels that are just focused on Bitcoin, complete Bitcoin maximalists, just as there are channels completely just focused on Ripple, which amazes me. There's a bunch of those guys. I don't know, they just came out of the woodwork. So that's a good thing, though. There's a lot of these crypto channels that are popping up. So that's why I want to watch 2 to 3 hours of other crypto guys every single day, because I got nothing else to do. So I got fired from a client this week, and that's okay. Now I got a lot of time. I got money to live for like the next month to 3 months, depending on how much I want to invest in crypto, how much I want to spend, and I want to live frugally, because if I'm able to live frugally, then I'm able to invest more into crypto and invest more maybe into stocks. We'll see about that. Invest into some gear for this channel. Invest into this. Invest later on, right? So right now, just holding, but invest later on. The quicker I'm able to save up money, the quicker we'll be able to invest, and then just see what's going on. Except we have to be super, super smart about it. So Ethereum is about to go to the moon. Bitcoin might rise when the US stock market opens on Monday. I've made more on stocks than crypto, and that is definitely true, that some people during the past few weeks might have been able to make more money off of stocks than crypto. But which one's more stable right now? Which one's more stable? Both are unstable. Both are, it depends, of course, which stocks you're going into. So You could be doing really good decisions, or you could be like that one Robinhood trader, which unfortunately lost his life. And he didn't even lose that money. He thought he lost his money. I saw a video and then I researched this guy. So this guy lost like $800,000, or at least it seemed like he did. But yeah, it was just Robinhood's. It wasn't Robinhood's fault, because that's just how it was designed. He just over leveraged himself, and I guess after doing the math, and maybe he did the math wrong, because he was either going to come out with a few $1,000s profit or a few $1,000s loss. Nothing compared to the $750,000 or $800,000 that he thought he lost. Well, this guy overreacted, and that's also another thing. I guess that could even be turned into a meme, unfortunately, because this guy just sees the first thing that's on his screen on Robinhood. He's like, "Oh, I'm just gonna kill myself." Like, it's super unfortunate, but whoa, that's just way too emotionally involved into this. Like, if you're ripping your hair out, no matter what that dollar amount is, whether you lose $10 or $10 million on your screen, even if you actually lost $800,000 in reality, there's still ways to rebuild that. This is coming from someone who saw my accounts literally at like negative $50,000, and people were constantly, trying to collect their debts and calling my number, and I had to change my SIM card multiple times. I had to change my phones, I had to change my addresses, I had to sell my Volvo, I had to do a lot of things, right? And I'm still here. I also lost my hearing, so it was a really tough time, but I'm still here. Things are going okay. They're actually better now, I guess. Not better than before, but better than they were in like 2019. So maybe in the future, we might return to the old Mike. So no matter how much money you owe, no matter what bad decision you're going to make, there's always a way out of it. I knew people who went bankrupt and they are millionaires to this day. So, you learn from your mistakes. Hopefully you're able to fix your financial situation. The key ingredient is clickbait and lies to all these channels. That could be. Yeah, so I saw a lot of these videos. Oh, God. Even one of my own most viewed videos on this channel was how Ethereum's going to $5,000. And it's like, oh, God. Yeah, I posted that on 2017. So a lot of these videos are just like, whoa, Bitcoin's go to 1 million, XRP's going to $5,000, Ethereum, yeah, $1 billion. Yeah, something absolutely ludicrous, absurd. But people watch that, and I kind of don't want to do that where I did it. Maybe I'll do it. I don't know. I don't know what we're going to have to do, but I'm thinking, like, what's the best way to get this channel to 50,000 subscribers? And then what's the best way to be unique and not copy other people? Right now, there's just so much going on with the same coins that obviously everybody's going to be reporting about XRP and Bitcoin and Ethereum because everybody's excited about it. So that's good. But later on, I want to find my own little branch. And I know that scamming, not everybody discusses about scam projects. So I think that could be a aspect of it where I do in-depth videos about scams and HYP, so that could be fun, and possibly reviewing projects. So what I've always wanted to do is, there's a bunch of scammers that emailed me, and I could tell that this was a scam project, so I wanted to get paid up front. So they'd still pay me up front for a video advertisement. They would get a video advertisement, but it would be a totally bad review of them. And that's okay, because it's still a review, right? So it's not like I lied. And I would want to just completely go and wreck their entire company. Like, this is why it's a scam. This is where they're registered. This is their details. It doesn't make sense. The white paper sucks. Blah, 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 all this stuff. So maybe we're going to get that in the future. Who knows? There's definitely more companies that want to advertise. So that's fun. And if we don't get anybody to pay, I will do it for free. I'd love to do it for free. Why not? High-dimensional multivariable calculations, train a model to predict Bitcoin value in the short term, found a model. What is he responding to? Well, welcome, Travoid. Have you studied calculus? Helped me with Bitcoin trading, made a quick 10,000. I'm guessing you're responding to Matt. I've not studied calculus. Unfortunately, I used to be good at math. I used to be in advanced math, and then I had a really difficult year, and I never took calculus. And I'm not sure if I regret that. I haven't had to use it up until this point, but it does make me feel dumb in certain regards, where it's like, yeah, math really sucks. So ever since 2019, my brain's been like downhill, where recently I've been trying to fix that with a little bit more caffeine. So I avoided caffeine for the longest time because of tinnitus and all this, but I just feel less energy and feel a little bit weaker. I feel dumber after what the incident in 2019. So trying to get a little bit smarter. Man, I wish I could, know calculus. I wish I took calculus, but you just have to avoid some of your weaknesses, I guess. Math wasn't ever really one of my strong points, so there's other ways you can there's various strategies you can attack to try and make money with cryptocurrency, and that's what I like about this. It's not just like you're good at math and logarithmics and technical analysis and you make money and that's the only way you can make money with it. No, you could also look at the other aspect where and there's 100 different routes, but the other aspect, the main aspect, I guess, would be looking into a project and maybe interviewing the CEOs, maybe finding out who works there, doing some deep research and understanding, okay, this project's probably going to fail. Or if it's not going to fail, you can understand what differentiates this project. Because I realized that back in 2017, there was a bunch of ICOs that were just copycats. So maybe they changed around a few things, but most of them were trying to solve the same problem that in the first place wasn't even a problem. It was just some, it was a quick money grab, right? Someone had an idea and then they took it and someone else was like, oh, that's a good idea, let's copy it, and there we go. So right now, it's much more difficult to do that because people kind of went through that. They don't want to get scammed again. Of course, we're still going to have cycles because there's always new crypto investors who unfortunately are vulnerable, and there's always people who are trying to make money viciously, but definitely different ways you can explore. I always do this with live streams. I'm like, oh yeah, 10 more minutes and we're approaching an hour here and my phone's completely. That's a shame about that kid. Yeah, the Robin Hood kid. No one specializes in going in depth about how this industry works. You're totally right though. That's the thing. A lot of these people that are really deep in cryptocurrency right now, they had no idea what it was probably like 5-10 years ago, and they were working maybe in sales or marketing or in a retail job or flipping burgers at McDonald's or whatever. And some guys got, millions of dollars through the fact that they did a little bit of research. They got a little bit lucky because, let's admit it, you kind of have to get a little bit lucky sometimes. So, I always think that there's an element of luck. But in addition to that luck, you also have to constantly be on the lookout for opportunities, because all the people who are like, oh no, it's too risky, oh no, I'm not going to do that, they're never going to get that lucky because they're just throwing away these opportunities. Now, you can't go too far into the opportunities and invest in every single project because then you're going to lose money. But I think you kind of have to be a little bit crazy. You kind of have to be open to a little bit of risk, maybe a little bit of luck. And then once you find something you're super passionate about in crypto, whether that's mining, because there's some people who really, really love the mining side and they don't care about investing at all. They just want to mine crypto, and that's fun. That's okay. I've never been interested in it. I always thought cloud mining was a scam, and that's completely different than actual mining. But there's a lot of people I know in real life and who I've met at conferences that were just like, yeah, I just love mining, made some extra money with it. That's great. But they're really, they like taking apart computers. That's probably how they got into mining. They're very technical. They like hands-on projects, and it's fun for them, right? So now they grew and they got like these, hundreds and hundreds of units working. So that's a little crazy. It's also loud, super, super loud. A lot of people think that they're quiet machines. No, man, they can give you tinnitus. So it's kind of like a little factory, right? Declare bankruptcy. I actually will be declaring bankruptcy. In Poland, I'm not sure how that's going to look like, but in America, I will have to declare bankruptcy. So it's going to save me around $15,000. So we're going to see how that goes. But the only way I can declare it is if I go back to America and I'm in accord and doing all that. So I'd get it, but I just would have to save up for the plane ticket. Also, I'm not able to leave the country of Poland until I pay off all of my tickets. So that is an additional $1,000 that we have to factor in. But don't worry, that's why I'm trying to save money, make money. So ultimately we get back up to like the 10K level. And that's why I want to have a larger emergency fund, a fund for paying off the tickets, a fund for getting an airplane ticket. Unfortunately, since I've lived here for so long and I'm so used to paying less for everything, like traveling to a different European country costs so little. Like I could travel to Britain, well, apart from like the pandemic and apart from the fact that I can't with the FIDEs. If I didn't have any FIDEs, I could travel to Britain for like $50, or like Germany, $50, $40, $20. I traveled to freaking Malta just to eat dinner. Like I went to Malta from Poland for a few hours and then we came back. I was like, whatever. I just ate dinner. And I was super glad I did that because there's nothing to do in Malta. So Malta's great for cryptocurrency and they drive on the other side of the road. But apart from that, no offense, there's not much to do in Malta. So anyways, it's like, it's so cheap. And then in America, it's like, Jesus, if you want to fly anywhere, like you want to fly to Paris, or you want to fly to Thailand, I guess flying to Cuba would be the cheap equivalent, but it's like, okay, Cuba's nice and all, and Mexico, right? But yeah, rent and everything, it's going to be a lot more expensive in America. So crypto is the way. Crypto is the way for me. I guess it's the only way. That'll be funny. If I made 100K with crypto, I lost 100K with crypto, I actually lost more because I got into debt, and then I'd make another 100K again. Like, that would be so ironic, but that would be destiny's way of showing Mike, like, you got to stick with crypto, bro. Like, nothing else. Don't do anything else. Just stick with crypto for the next decade. Like, this is your decade. This is what you got to do. Screw the prices. Just stick with it. Get a job or create your own job or whatever. Create a company. So anyways, we'll see. We'll see what's going on. Be careful, declare bankruptcy, get a permanent mark in your financials. Yes, I'm quite familiar with the credit side of things where it does, it also depends on what type of bankruptcy you declare. But last time I checked, I think it was like 10 years, you get a bad credit mark. There was a difference. One of them was 7 years and the other was 10. I think the worst one is it's such a long time that one of them was, I think you can't become an executive of a company. So if I was creating my own company, I wouldn't be able to do that for 7 to 10 years. So that is a very long time. Like, think about, like, I'm 22. So, you know, that's getting close to like half of, if it's 10 years, that's like half of what I've lived here, right? So it is a long time, not really sure what I'm going to be doing. But I still have a few months to think about whether I want to completely pursue bankruptcy. Oh, what's going on with my phone? Oh, guys, I think it's happened. I think it's happened. My phone's overheating. There we go. Hold up. Let's turn up the... All right, guys. Yes. All right. My phone is telling me we have to end the live stream. One more minute. Come on. Give me one more minute, Samsung. Declare obesity. We're already morbidly obese. Do you have a video on why you moved to Poland? I'm sure you do. On Avi, I did, but basically cheaper. And at the time, I was just up for an adventure. My family's from Poland, so. Have you seen any promising scientific papers on tinnitus cures? No, but I'm always hopeful for that. Talk about the reality of the crypto universe, man. Yeah, the realities. We could make a fun video about that. Let's see some older comments. I thought Tesla was overvalued at 220. You know what was my favorite? Remember that video that I made on this channel about Elon Musk saying that Tesla stock price is too high? He said the Tesla stock price is too high, then bam, it just went, yeah, so it went down a little bit. He lost a few $1 billion in valuation, and then just everything went so high that he beat Warren Buffett. He became the 5th world's richest man. Like, that is so crazy. That is so insane. Think about that. The CEO of a company that you might be an investor in, or a purchaser, a consumer of the goods, you have a Tesla, you're just logging into Twitter and you're like, whoa, Elon's saying the company's overvalued. So, yeah, crazy year. Really, really crazy year. I don't know if anything's going to beat this one in the history books for a long time. How would you be at a loss with Tesla stock? Should I sell Tesla shares for a loss and reinvest that money into Bitcoin? Well, the ways you could lose money on stocks, first of all, with stocks, you got, depends on if you're going through a stockbroker. So you might have additional fees that start adding up. I remember when I was trading stocks, it was like $7 for every time I purchased and sold some shares. So $7 adds up really quickly if you're doing a lot of those trades. And maybe if you're new to stocks, or even if you're a little bit older, but you're get emotional with it, you're buying, selling constantly, and you're like, I don't know, or maybe you just bought at the peak. So there's many ways you could be losing money, or you could be doing options and going a little bit riskier with stocks. So that's always something. But hey, there's always ways to lose money with investing, right? XRP all day. Never buy at all-time high. King Cash Flow coming in from Florida. Been following you since you taught me. King Cash Flow. What a fun name. All right, well, welcome. Drink some water, you mule. Oh boy. You can't call me a mule. Dude, I love growling. I love this energy. The energy's back. Sometimes I actually feel less depressed this year. This is a good year. And it's not just crypto. Like I've been feeling this over the past month. I've been feeling a lot better mentally. The tinnitus is still there, but there was two aspects. There was the tinnitus hearing loss, and whatever after the incident last year, there was like this whole year where I was super just depressed for no reason. Like it could be a really good day, and then bam. So anyways, don't want to bore you with that. Sorry. It's just a nice little update that it's like, all right. So some of you guys were missing that good energy, that the good energy's coming back. It's difficult when you're depressed to, fake a smile. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to fake a smile. I'm just going to be honest about my feelings. If I'm feeling good, if I'm having a great day, why not, I'm a little weird sometimes, so I might be dancing out in the middle of a mall and embarrassing my girlfriend, like, yeah, woo! Screw it, why not? So guys, we will be, this was a fun little stream. I don't think this one's going to go up, so I'm going to leave it up for a few hours, because I know maybe some of you guys joined it a little bit later. Maybe you'd want to see it. I don't know, why not? And then later on, it's going to be unlisted, and we're doing a later live stream today. So it's currently in Poland, 1440. So maybe in 8 hours, 6, 7, 8 hours, something like that. And once I get the co-working space, as long as it's all good, by the way, thanks for that donation yet again. That's amazing. We've been getting donations every single live stream now, which is, wow. As long as you're okay with investing, like I want to make sure that everybody who is sending me a donation, I'm super thankful for that, but I'm also a little bit worried, like, if, want to make sure that you guys are all good with what's going on in America, with the pandemic, with unemployment, with all that. So as long as you have money, I know $10 may not seem like a lot, but don't be sending any donations if you can't afford that. I don't know. Some people might want to support, but their own situation might not be that good. I just wouldn't want to take away even a penny from somebody who might need it more than me. So Ripple is a weapon launched by government to wash out decentralization. Dang, someone's got an opinion, a strong opinion here, but I could see that. Ripple is definitely a controversial token. We have two sides of the equation where people get really emotional about one side or the other side. And yeah, it's not fully decentralized, and it is a little sketchy in that regards. I'm still pro Ripple, and I understand why they're that way. But there's two sides of crypto. There's the side where DeFi is going, where it's like, full decentralization. There's the other cryptos which want to make bank, or they want to work with the banks, or they want to work with the governments, or other crypto companies like Coinbase, where they're just like, yeah, screw it, whatever, let's launch an IPO. So there's two sides of the crypto world. And then there's that third extra side where Craig Wright is. Yeah, Craig Wright, great guy, super great. No offense, Craig, but oh boy. Yeah, there was more lies of Craig that were discovered this year. There's more evidence of his lies, so that's great. Imagine having every altcoin. I remember in 2017, I think there was like a study that if you invested in like 200 random shotgun approach, just random whatever altcoins, that you would have this epic gain. Obviously, some of the really bad altcoins, like I wouldn't want to invest in all because there's thousands, right? What if you're investing in like rank 2000? Like no way. But what if you invested in rank 2000 and it suddenly became, like another chain link where it just pumps up all the way to number 10? That would be enough to just wipe out all the losses of every other altcoin you have. So I guess that would be a fun experiment. If someone would be like a Mr. Beast, the Mr. Beast of crypto, who had money. Hold on, we need to charge the phone here. I know the phone's overheating. We're losing battery as well. Charging stopped. Your phone's temperature is too high. Okay. All right, guys, that is it. So thank you. We will, if I didn't answer your question, leave that in or type it in a video. And sorry about that, but my phone literally overheated. So over an hour.